cocaine, bikers, karate, and rock and roll. This movie has it all. It's time for a How Did This Get Made Matinee Monday. Welcome, everybody. I am Paul Scheer, and the movie that we're talking about today might be my favorite How Did This Get Made movie. It is called Miami Connection. Miami Connection is, paid for by a local karate master, teacher in Orlando. And the movie is called Miami Connection, even though it doesn't take place in Miami. It is about brotherhood. It is about violence. It is about a man finding his father. June and Jason put on their acting pants in this as we take some scenes from the film and we recreate them live on stage. I mean, we are blown away by so much here. As Jason says, this is the height of ninja narcissism, as the ninjas wear white. They're not hiding in this film at all. The story behind this movie is just as good as the story on the screen. Alamo Drafthouse, we thank you for re-releasing this one. I could talk about this forever. I could listen to the music forever. The music in this, so good. And don't think I'm not going to talk about the beach scene. The beach scene is amazing. I'll tell you one thing that's not amazing. The kissing scenes. The kissing scenes look like the way animals look when you put peanut butter on the top of their mouth to make them talk. Or as Jason said, it looks like they were trying to pass a gumball to each other without actually biting the gumball. But take a listen to what we had to say about Miami Connection.
YK Kim's character throughout the movie is learning stuff about his friends at every turn. In the previous scene, he learns that the drummer is of Israeli heritage. Yeah. He's like, I didn't know that. Like, he doesn't know anything about these people.
Now he knows that they all like grapes.
Yep.
Big fan of that.
By the way, though, so we're how many minutes into this podcast?
We've done a
lot.
Yeah.
What is this movie about?
Wow.
What is it about?
Well, it's about following your dreams and your heart. and you know, sometimes people want to stop you with force, and you have to be strong enough to get out there. And you can't be under the thumb of your drug dealing brother. You got to make your own decisions, and that's it.
And also, only through the elimination of violence.
That's what it is.
Can we achieve world peace, despite the movie being solely violent?
The heroes...
After a 20-minute fight scene in the jungle.
The heroes of the movie are murderers.
Murderers!
Are unrepentant
Michael
murderers.
Phelps kills his girlfriend's brother, and she's like, that's okay.
Yeah. And he's basically chalks it up to, like, my bad?
Actually, I've transcribed that one as well.
Oh, fantastic.
I'll be John, you be Jane?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm so sorry about what happened. I felt so bad about that. Bear in mind, he's talking about killing her brother, which happened just a few hours ago.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not your fault. I understand.
See, we had to do it. We had no choice.
I understand. It's all over now.
That's true.
It's okay. We're happy for Jim.
Brilliant. As long as we're all happy for Jim.
She is a low-maintenance girlfriend. She's not gonna make it about her.
You know her friends are like, Jane, what are you doing? You have to dump him. He killed your brother. He and his friends are murderers. And yeah, their tunes are banging. But again, he killed your brother. Do you think she's like out of school now?
I'm pretty sure that her brother was molesting her from the age of like 15 to
Really?
That's the only thing that makes sense.
Well,
in
he's
this movie.
very jealous. He's like jealous
very
the way
jealous
only
and
a lover
controlling.
can be.
Yes.
A lover. He's a jealous brother lover.
And that's the reason why she's not upset that he's dead.
Yeah.
If anything, I think she feels relieved.
Well, she did say early on, she sets the stage for this. She says, I don't like him.
Right, which makes it cool to be killed. And also, I think what really gave me insight to her relationship with her brother is, in flashback, It's the most innocuous, like, they have this, like, thing, and you see a flashback of her and her brother, and it's, like, him just, like, an inconsequential, like, flashback of you, like, oh, my brother, and it's just, like, them in front of the school. Like, it's just like a flash, like, that was the only moment. She's like, oh, yeah, I remember him. Right, yeah, he was the hairy guy. Yeah, all right, it's cool, it's cool.
By the way, if Jim's sword wound did not kill him, dragging him through a stagnant pond is certainly gonna do it.
It's gonna get infected.
Oh, he would have lived, but like apparently all of the bacteria was shoved into his body when you dragged him through swamp
I'm gonna
water.
say,
you fucking morons.
Little do you know about the suits that they make in Orlando. They are swamp resistant. And so when you got a nice Orlando suit, you can fall right off one of those gator boats and you'll be fine.
We haven't talked about the train yard fight.
We haven't talked about the bikers.
We haven't talked about the B-roll of bikers.
Bikers were all real and paid in beer.
Yeah.
Truth. Bikers all real, paid in beer.
Also, I read in the little trivia section that Jane's real boyfriend was just Oates.
Yes.
And in the movie, her boyfriend is giant Michael Phelps. And so whenever they had to do makeout scenes, they would send Just Oates out for beer.
Yeah!
They'd be like, hey, Just Oates, go get us some beers, will you? And he'd come back and they'd be like, your girlfriend just made out with giant Michael Phelps. You idiot, you fell for it.
What are you guys shooting today? Oh, just the scene at the beach in the sea. Don't worry about it. Go get some beers.
He's like, I'll make it up. I'll just roll on women.
Also, how about the fact that there is a scene? I love the scene where where Jeff's gang of biker thugs were tailing Sound Dragon in a white Volvo. Like the bad guy's car was just a boxy, safe white Volvo. I was like, they just are doing like, oh, well, my mom's got a car. We'll do it. Bring it.
By the way, speaking of this, every time there was a fight in this movie, I thought, June, this is actually a great movie for you because I think you finally get your answer to what's a street fighter because every time in this movie, it would seem like a bunch of people would get in the street and fight. They would always just like block a thoroughfare and seemingly like 40 people without any stunt coordination just went
just
at
going
it.
to town on each other.
Yeah.
Just
Well, there was a
attacked
lot
each
of
other
like,
mid-
people like standing in convertibles, like going like this, just like raising one arm over and over.
There was a lot of like, Sound Dragon is vastly outnumbered, and then they kick ass like poorly.
Yes.
And defeat like people who sometimes have guns.
Well, that's what's so weird about the statement you read at the end of the movie about world peace and not using violence. You never see them struggle to not fight.
They never try and turn down a fight.
No, which isn't that the whole thing about martial arts, that you learn how to fight so that you don't have to? Yeah, that you.
No, they just go for it.
But if you have the ability to hold someone's nose with your toe,
you're gonna want to do that.
then you're going
true.
to use that, aren't you?
I totally hear
As much as you can.
Oh, you are in for a treat. Please, I beg, I implore you to watch this film before you listen to this episode. It is worth it. It truly is one of my absolute favorite films that we have ever done. It is free in the stream right now, and I think it actually connects very much to our last film that we just did on the podcast, which, of course, is Dancing. It's on. That's a brand new episode that is out there, both in the stream for you to get wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you like these little video, testimonials or little recaps, little tastes, little teases, you can subscribe, and there's more of them every single week. We got them here. So I hope you enjoy Miami Connection. We'll see you next time on another Matinee Monday.